We're live. That was fast.
Jeez, I didn't even have any warning.
I asked if you were ready, and you're like, sure. Let's just make sure that the video and audio work. Waiting for it. It usually takes like 10 or 15 seconds. Here we go.
This is gonna go
We're live. That's great. Good. We can hear it and see it. I realize, did we sit last time we did this, or were we standing? I forget. Hey, everybody. Welcome to GR Crew Live for the month of July. Oh, boy, it's July.
Oh
boy. Let's be honest. Every month, I think we say, wow, I can't believe it's May. I can't believe it's June. I can't believe it's July. I cannot believe it's July.
Somebody on the Patreon Facebook page said, I can't make it tonight, but see you guys in August. And I went, August?
So welcome everyone to the GR Crew. This is our monthly live stream. We try to do it at the first Thursday of every month. This month, because of the 4th of July, that fell on the first Thursday, so we're doing it the second Thursday. Thank you for our patience in figuring out what time to do it today. We mentioned it a little bit in the after show on Monday after GR Live, that we had like maintenance people coming to the house today, and they give you that window of between blank and blank will be there, and they always come 5 minutes before the end of the time period. That's what happened today. So we weren't able to like determine when we could do the stream, but we're doing it now.
They literally came in the last half hour of their window.
Yeah, I think by the time they left, it was the end of their window. Cool, all right, we'll see you later. You got everything you needed? Yeah. So I apologize if we're also a little tired. We had to get up way earlier than we would have today to be ready for them and then sit around for 6 hours and wait for them to arrive. So we're probably a little bit spacey, and that's going to make
finished our run.
That'll make for a fun show, I think. First, hey everybody. How's everyone's July? So we if this is your first GR Crew Live, if you're like just joining the $10 or above level, or you're going to hang here for the month or whatever, and this is your first time doing this, fantastic. We use this hour to answer any questions that you might have about what happens behind the scenes or gear-related questions. We try to talk about everything that goes on behind the scenes here, so creative projects that we're working on, things that we maybe haven't announced yet. You basically get a sneak peek behind the curtain of everything that's going on. Cool perk. And there's a live chat room too. So if you are watching live, you can jump into this live chat room. And if you are on Patreon, watching the video on Patreon, it is a YouTube embedded video. If you hover over the video and click that top bar, it'll take you over to the YouTube page where there's a live chat room. And this is an unlisted video. It's just for Patreon. So you will be the only ones in the chat room are people at this level, which is pretty neat. And I know
who are awake at this hour.
I realize that our East Coasters may just dip in, say hi, and then have to bounce. That is totally understandable. It's about 10:30 East Coast time, 7:30 Pacific. And international and abroad viewers are either really early in the morning, maybe they are awake, getting ready for work. If they're, I think Australia, it's like the next morning. I think it's 11 hours ahead. I could be completely wrong on that. And then also Europe is like in the middle of the night. So totally understand if you are watching this in an archive, if you're watching this later, cool. Anything that we ask as far as questions or we need feedback from everybody, you can use the comments on the Patreon page to answer all of that. And I would even say there are going to be things today that we ask you about and your preferences about certain things. What's Gus doing?
He found the squirrel's nut.
Gus found the squirrel's nut butter. But if we do ask for your preferences on things, write them in the comments on the Patreon page, because those the live chat room is permanent. We can come back and see it. It's just much easier for us to see the comments on the Patreon page because we can just kind of sift through those. Speaking of which, we have giveaways. This is something that we wanted to do with these live streams as well. Another amazing perk for you guys at the 10 or above dollar level is every month we plan on giving away like hundreds of dollars worth of gear, and tonight we have a bunch of stuff to give away. We'll do a little trivia thing later for the live viewers. Yeah, because I think we figured out that we actually can't. We'll have to figure this out, but we may not be allowed to give things away on Patreon. But if it's a YouTube live stream, we can. Weird. We'll have to figure out what the actual rules are for that. But let's give some shout outs to some people that are in the chat room now.
Yeah, we have Chuck and Lori Hall. We have Nat Yakub, who I think has said, "What's up, GR crew? Finally, I'm in the chat room without issues. Woo!
Woo! Welcome.
Rebecca is here, and Josh, Elena, Heather, Deb, Rosa, A2B2. A2B2 says, important question. You guys just finished your run. Is Kim training for a jean smile?
Jean smile.
They saw my jeans when I stood
Yep,
up.
full jean smile. What's up, Crispin, Heather, Deb, Rosa, Josh, Alina, Angie. Yeah. If we're
That's
missing
12:30
anybody.
p.m. in Australia.
Oh,
Your math was wrong.
my math was wrong. My math was wrong. I thought it was 11 hours ahead. It's even more ahead. It's
I think it's close
15.
to.
No, 5, 6, 17 hours ahead.
I always
Melbourne
keep
is 12:36.
Singapore. I always keep Singapore on my thing, and I don't know why I have Melbourne on there.
Well, happy
but,
Friday, Angie.
yeah.
Happy Friday, Angie, and our Aussie crew in New Zealand.
But if you guys have any questions, I'll just pop them into the chat room. Deb says, question for Ethan. Is the Coros Vertex the only Coros? Coros, am I saying that right?
Yes.
That
So
you have reviewed or tried, or have you tried other Coros watches? I love the Apex.
here it is. This is my Vertex. Just dropped the review of that. If you have not seen it, it dropped last week. Around the 4th of July. I think I ended up posting it on Friday. I was at a shoot on Friday, which I will probably talk a little bit about today. Regardless, Vertex is the only one that I have tried. And I was completely honest in my review. I think it's overpriced for what you get, but man, there is some tech in here that is like mind-blowing what they're able to do with the same tech that other companies are using but aren't able to. Like, the battery life is ridiculous.
I've had to charge my Suunto 1,000,000 times since you've
I've charged this
Charge it.
maybe twice since I've had it, which is amazing because it charges in less than an hour. I literally am here at my desk. I'm going, oh, it's at 10%. I plug it in, and then 30 minutes later, 100%. I was like, that's charging isn't even a thing with this watch. So I really, really love that. I did have a conversation with the rep at Coros today. I have to send this Vertex back, but I might buy an Apex because I've just been so happy with the experience that a part of me is like, maybe this is the way to go. Maybe this sort of watch is what I want because of the simplicity. I have, I have all my Suuntos here, Suunto 9, and I loved this watch, still do, but it was just so problematic with the app integration. If I got done with workouts and I wanted to update to Strava, it would take forever to sync, and sometimes I'd have it connected to my computer overnight, and then it would crap. Is Gus okay? What was that?
Like explosive sneak.
You all right, bud?
Okay.
I would leave it overnight, and it would crash the watch, and I would have all this hardware failure and firmware failure. I haven't had a single problem with the Coros. There's a lot of doubt on Coros's ability long term, just because they're using a lot of hardware from other companies, specifically the Garmin Fenix. But I don't know. Part of me is like, save a couple $100 for some of the same features that you might find in a Garmin, but you don't get all the features that you find in a Garmin, but you get this amazing battery life. And I can't overstate enough how freeing it is to not really worry about battery life. We get so tied to the recharge of our phones every night, every day, multiple times. Plugging in a watch at night kind of becomes habitual, but not having to charge something and just being able to sort of forget about it in the background and have it be okay when you need to use it it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, because I am like once a week, grab my watch, and I go into the once a week panic of like, we need to leave for a run right now. I'm at 3%. So I'm like trying to charge my watch in the car on the way to the trail or whatever.
Josh says good Apex review, by the way. Is that is that a comment on the fact that I mentioned just get the Apex throughout the Vertex review? Is that what you're referencing there, Josh? Because that's kind of what I've decided, is that's kind of the watch that I would lean towards. Saves hundreds of dollars and still gets you pretty damn good battery life, especially the 46mm version.
Heather's asking, will you review the Apex if you end up getting it?
Oh, yeah, I think so. Just because I think people would like to see that review. I get to choose products often of what I want to review because I personally want to review a certain product, but also I think viewers would benefit from seeing a certain product reviewed. And the Apex is one of those that I'd like to put through the gauntlet and really test. Because I think it's at that price point where it's expensive for people, but it's not. If you're spending a lot of money on a watch, $700 or $600 is a lot. Whereas like 300 might be more. Okay, I could probably swallow that for a couple year investment. So yeah, I think it could be good. Chuck says that review is one of your best. Oh, thanks, Chuck. I really appreciate that. Chuck Hall. When I make my way back there, absolutely. We live in Phoenix now. A2B2, yes. What did I miss?
You're just reading their conversation.
I am, yeah. I'm right next to Six Flags now. Even closer. We should do a run sometime. Where is that? I'm looking for where Elena lives. Which Six Flags, I guess. I've been curious since GRL. Do you hail from? Is that St. Louis? St. Louis? Coros is so popular right now. Should I say bye to Garmin? That's a great question, Rebecca. And I try to mention that a little bit in my review when I posted the picture of the Coros on social media when I first got it. There was a lot of people that were mad because they had thought that I had jumped ship first. I'm not beholden to any brand. I like certain brands because they work well. I like Hoka's. Not all Hoka's I like, but there's a couple shoes that I've tried and true for me. Suunto watches have been great for me. Garmin is really resistant on allowing me to review any of their watches. I'm trying to find a back channel to get that to happen. But I think it's because they know that I'm pretty honest, and I think they're just kind of resistant to doing reviews with someone honest. But people were sending me messages like, how dare you jump ship from Suunto? Like, Suunto's going through a bad patch. Like, what are you doing switching to Coros and all this? I was really surprised how much people hold that stuff so seriously. Oh, God. Oh, just being outshined by the absolutely adorable Buddy. Oh. What was the question?
Should I say goodbye to Garmin?
Coros is so popular right now. Yeah, should I say goodbye to Garmin? No, hold on to whatever watch you got. If it works for you now, hold on to it. These are hundreds of dollars of investment. So, I mean, if you've got the funds, certainly look. But that's only if you have problems with what you have now. I remember I had my Forerunner, my Garmin Forerunner. I want to say 210, whatever it was. It was just a most basic GPS watch. I had that thing for like 6 years and ran it into the ground until it finally broke and they wouldn't replace it. And it was amazing. I just used it and used it and used it and used it. Never needed to upgrade. And then you started to upgrade into more features and that sort of thing. Review Suuntos, and it was like, okay, yeah, these features are really neat. But really, just use what you got, unless you got the budget and are in the market for one.
Or don't use one at all.
Or
use like a TP Timex or something.
And sorry, in my review, I mentioned that Coros they've done something interesting where about a year ago, they spent a lot of money paying a lot of athletes to say a lot of kind things about their watches, which is still happening now. Anytime you see an elite athlete say, hey, check out my new Coros, use coupon blank for 10% off or a free wristband, they're getting money. They're getting kickbacks. I don't know if it's hey, we're going to pay you X amount of money for every mention you make, or their coupon code gets them a percentage of all the sales, which is more likely. They'll get an upfront payment for advertising and then a kickback on the back end, which could be 10 or 20% of watch sales. It adds up. So that's why they're hawking their coupon codes often. Again, I don't want to. Elite athletes need to get paid, and that's their job. If they can get a sponsor and they get paid through the sponsor, more power to them. So I totally understand. It just was pretty obvious that was happening when every elite athlete that didn't have a watch sponsor was doing that all at the same time. It was kind of one of those red flags where I'm like, okay, so Coros is spending a lot of money to get their name out there. And it worked. It really did, because I now am aware of Coros, and people like you guys are aware of Coros. And it got me to try their Vertix, and I was thoroughly impressed by it. They're using a lot of the same hardware. I'm worried that they're stealing hardware from like Chinese factories from Garmin to make these watches. Now I'm just gossiping.
Conspiracy theories.
I'm not making it up. There's talk of this online. I'm commenting on the comments that are being discussed. Controversies, as you will. I'm not going to say I made this stuff up. I am commenting on the other people's comments of said things.
Anyways, Nat
Moving on.
says, any chance you'll be reviewing Osprey packs in the near future? I've always been curious about whether those hydration packs are as good as Nathan. I don't think I've ever tried an Osprey.
I had an old Osprey. Remember my old hiking pack, the orange one, that we would when we were like rookies. That was an Osprey. So I haven't really dived into the Osprey hydration packs because I never thought of them as a running hydration pack company. There's a lot of companies that make packs that are hydration packs that don't fit for a runner. Packs have evolved a lot in the last 5 years. They've become less pack and more vest, and the fit has become a lot more comfortable. So a lot of brands you'll see, like even Nathan started moving into the vests as opposed to packs. And it's just more comfortable. And I don't know, has Osprey done that? It's a brand that, to me, that's still like hiking and backpack culture brand. I haven't even thought that they've moved into running, but it could just be I'm behind the times. A different watch for every day, not beholden to anything. Yep. Yep. I sell my Garmin 235 Forerunner. Anything will be an upgrade, but it's all I need for now. Yeah, Rosa, use what you can. I signed up for a 100-miler and need to do required trail maintenance for the race. Is there any recommendations for trail maintenance opportunities? Deb, yes. We talked briefly about this. Was it on this last Monday show? Or was it 2 Mondays ago? We did talk about it very briefly on our show. And a couple things that you can do. Reach out. First, is the 100-mile local to you? If it's local to you, reach out to the race director. They probably have connections to trail maintenance in your area that have calendars that you can just sign up and do your maintenance locally.
And some races will have like specific requirements of where you go. Like I did kind of a different kind of a thing for one thing I had to do, and I just reached out to the race director and I was like, hey, this isn't necessarily the typical thing that people might do, but is this okay? And I think you did the same thing when you went to the one group down in LA for a race up here.
Yeah, mine was conservation.
So sometimes you have to kind of just make sure whatever you're doing is actually good enough for what they require. But I feel like every city, town, whatever, race directors will be able to point you in the right direction.
Washington State has an organization called WTA.org, which is Washington Trail Association.org. Most states will have a similar organization that will have a great website, that will have a place where you can sign up to do trail maintenance or any sort of trail work. Also, the Park Service, National Park Service, State Park Service, they all have volunteer opportunities. Finding opportunity. He wants to climb up on the desk. Finding volunteer opportunities is not difficult whatsoever. You just got to search for it. So sometimes that's the most difficult part. But also, just reach out to the race director if it's local, because they'll have connections. Before we start answering more questions, I guess let's talk a little bit about what's going on behind the scenes, and we'll continue to answer questions and stuff throughout the show. So going on behind the scenes, obviously Western States. We talked a little bit about it on Monday's show and the previous Mondays, but Kim and I drove down. We were there to film, working on a project with Caitlin Gerbin.
We saw some of you guys.
We saw many of you guys, which is really neat. And even some of you guys helped out a little bit, collecting footage and stuff, which is super cool. But we are making a project around Caitlin Gerbin, who is a local trail runner and just badass. She's so great at this sport and has such a cool, unique background. It'll be fun to tell a little bit of her story and just a timeline. We are filming additional things that will require her to be sort of running again and, back being able to summit mountains and stuff. And we're giving her some time and space to heal and recover and that sort of thing. So in the coming weeks, we'll be filming a little bit more. That edit will probably come together at some point in August. Just keeping you guys posted on that production, but pretty excited about that one. Pretty excited about what we shot at States and what we're going to create out of it and stuff like that.
Are you just looking at Gus and smiling?
Yeah. His tongue is just almost touching the mic, which would be great.
And then you briefly mentioned that you might briefly mention what you were filming on Friday.
Yes.
I guess we'll probably talk about it. Oh.
He wants to...
Oh,
he wants to get close to the camera, and he also wants to, like... What is that? What's that?
Yeah, what is that?
What is that? He's like, I'm on the desk now. Oh, now you're pressing buttons. All right, go back to Mama. My worry is that he's gonna press
delete.
Yeah, delete. Stop recording. So Friday was a really unique opportunity. A while back, a couple months ago, Brian Morrison's wife, Andrea Morrison, if you remember Brian Morrison, from A Decade On, amazing human. His wife reached out about making a video around. There's a company here in Seattle called Fred Hutch, which is cancer research. They are one of the leaders in the fight on cancer, and their research is incredible. They do amazing things for cancer outreach and solving.
I think they're like one of America's top cancer research
organizations.
Like they're huge.
They're huge, but they're really highly respected, and it's just a really great company. They have an event every year called Obliteride. Obliteride was primarily cycling, but now they also have a 5K walk and a 5K run. But it's an organized race that raises money for the fight on cancer, and it's I think their biggest fundraiser of the year or something like that. It
helps fund their research
throughout the rest of the year. And they asked if I could help make a short video to show before the ride this year, and I jumped at the opportunity because one, it's for a fantastic cause, and two, it kind of is a creative outlet that I haven't really pursued in a long time. I don't really like working with clients. I did in Hollywood a lot when I was down there working full time in that capacity. But this was one of those where I was like, I want to work with them. I want to make this video. I think it'll be for a great cause. And it's not going to be Ginger Runner at all. It is literally just Ethan Newberry making a video for the Fred Hutch with some really quality people. So that's what we filmed on Friday. We got to sit down with some individuals who have recovered from cancer, are in the process of recovering, or are in the process of dealing with it. And it was a really, really emotional day. And we collected a lot of footage, and we're in the process of editing that now. That won't be done until early August for the client. And then hopefully I'll get the opportunity to show it publicly, because they'll show it there publicly for the event. But I hope to be able to share it with you. I don't think I'll post it to the YouTube channel, but I may post it here for Patreon only.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's not like a Ginger Runner.
It's not a Ginger Runner branded thing. They liked the films that I've made in the past. They trust that I could do this justice, and I jumped at it. So it's going to be a long process because there's a lot of people involved in it. It's a pretty big project. I don't want to try to undermine it, but understate it. It's a big project with a lot of moving parts, a lot of cast, a lot of filming, there's an editor and cameraman, and it was first time working with a big crew.
Production.
Yeah, full on production. So that's gonna take some time. So I will be working on that, simultaneously working on Caitlin's project and other projects and stuff like that with the channel. So I hope to show you guys that very soon, because I think you'll like it.
A2B2, Mandy says, I met some people from Fred Hutch as an investigator meeting. I'm in church too.
Oh, that's right.
Didn't know that.
I feel like, actually, I don't feel like I knew that either. Cool. We'll have to find out more about that. It's great company, great people. And A2B2 also says, I hope the footage you got from Chris was better than ours. We ended up having our hands more full than we anticipated. I'll be honest, Andrew, I forget if you had sent the footage. I don't know if I pulled it yet. You may have sent a folder with the footage. I'll have to check that out. And Chris has not sent it yet, and that's understandable because I think Chris was completely swamped with state stuff all day. So I can only imagine footage was low on his list of priorities, but I'll have to check it out. I was also down at the river on the far side. I don't think I saw you guys because it was further across than I thought, but I did catch, and I was only down there for a couple minutes. I caught Caitlin coming across in the boat. I saw Claire pass Courtney and saw all that, but we weren't down there when Claire and Courtney crossed. We were only there for Caitlin crossing, which was pretty cool to see. You guys got, I bet you guys had a blast. A2B2.
I feel like they saw the best everything.
Yes.
There.
How was, for those not familiar, A2B2, they were volunteering at States in the river at the river crossing, which is pretty awesome. Pretty much one of the coolest places to be volunteering at anywhere on that course. They were working with Chris Thornley, who's also a Patreon subscriber, owner and creator of Squirrels Nut Butter, and just fantastic people. Also brother to Craig Thornley, race director of I almost said Cascade Crest, of Western States.
Said Cascade Crest.
Weird. Yeah, my brain is melting live here.
And also Mandy was like in the squirrel costume,
Uh-huh.
which was like one of my favorite things on the Friday.
Yeah, that was amazing. We saw Andrew, and Andrew's like, "There's Mandy." And we're like,
Where?
Where's Mandy? He's like, "In the costume." And you just see a squirrel. Hey! I was like, that's so great. People were booping Gus's nose. Max King, Broken Arrow to Mount Marathon win. Just saying. Yeah, Josh. Max King is about as versatile as any athlete on earth could possibly be.
Right, because he's like so good at road races and.
Just do something.
He made a noise.
I thought it was behind us. Yeah, because he can basically do obstacle course races, road races, trail races, mountain races, sky run. Like, the dude can do everything and so well. 100 milers, like, dude is legit. I don't know how he does it. That sounds like a really great project. Yeah, that would be ace if you could share that at some point with us. That's the goal. Obviously, context will be a part of it, kind of explaining what Obliterate is and showing you that video that would essentially play to those who are participating in said event. I think you guys would understand the context pretty quickly, but the video's, you know, a couple minutes long, and it doesn't have the chance to, like, here's the whole story. It's going to be kind of a right in on the topic at hand. It must have been a good feeling to have people trust in your talent and creativity like that. Yes and no. It's cool. So, like, Andrea Morrison, Brian's wife, vouched for me.
And Kelly.
Who some of you may have met at Tiger Claw. She's this fantastic human that we met at one of the Orcas Island trail camps. Badass, like, speed hiker, trail runner, and adventurer. She's been around the world and traveled and hiked huge mountains. She works at Fred Hutch. And so Andrea and Kelly sort of vouched for me because they've seen my film projects in the past. And it was really interesting sitting down with members of Fred Hutch who were like, so who are you? Because many of them have only worked with other in-house video teams or other contractors that they brought in before. And so it was weird pitching myself to people who had never heard of me before and trying to tell what's going on.
See you?
I can't. Oh, is he in the kitchen? What is he doing? Weirdo. Really odd trying to pitch myself to a group of people who had never heard of me, but had coworkers mention me. And it's weird to say, I'm a documentarian or a documentary filmmaker. Oh, where have I seen your stuff? YouTube. You know, there's this new school of thought of, like, YouTube is where you can find your best content, right? You can find your best stuff on YouTube. There's some amazing creators out there creating top tier stuff on this platform. But there's also that old school of thought who have dealt with ad agencies and big marketing firms, and they're like, you do what for YouTube? How do you get paid? Like, how do I know what you do is professional work? You know, a lot of that sort of, like, got to sell myself. So it was a good feeling to have people trust in my work, but and finally get the okay. But also a little bit like, don't fuck this up. Don't fuck this up. Don't fuck it up. So we're in that process right now of editing and piecing together this whole thing. And I don't want to fuck it up. Whew. Amber says, just curious, anyone watch Stranger Things 3? Yes. Loved this season. No, I just said I loved the season. I don't want to spoil it. Kim's telling me I got to spoil it. I'm not going to spoil it. USS Butterscotch Sundae after my run this evening. So, is it true? This isn't spoiling anything, but the ice cream shop that they have in the show, I believe there was a pop-up store in Los Angeles. Los Angeles always gets the coolest things. That's the one thing I do miss about LA, are the weird pop-up shops and that connection to the entertainment industry where there's some crazy stuff that you could see at any given time. They did like a pop-up, not the Peach Pit. Wait, was it the Peach Pit from Saved by the Bell? The diner? The Max. They had a rebuilt Max that you could go and eat in in Los Angeles. I think very recently. It might even still be up and running, but it was crazy. Stuff like that happens in LA all the time. I hope I ran enough to counterbalance the calories, but I don't think so. Nice, Heather. Would love to see Max on GRL. Max King, yes. Hopefully we'll get him on soon. We've had him on in the past, and it would be great to actually get him back on too. Yeah, I agree. It would be awesome. Ethan and Kim, did the fridge get fixed? Yes. Amber somehow, I don't remember actually saying anything about our fridge, but Amber's like, did the fridge get fixed? Maybe we said it on the show. Amber, how do you know about our fridge? Fridge did get fixed. Josh says they just had to watch a few of your vids and that's it. You're good. Yeah, Josh, there is also the random vids of like a review, and reviews don't show film work, right? So that's why I try to balance like throwing in a piece of film and reviews and stuff like that. So if they just sat and watched reviews, it'd be like, who the fuck is this guy? He just reviews shoes. We're gonna have him do this big project.
Sorry, I think Gus was just like, you guys, it's 8. Where's my dinner?
Yeah, sorry. Because this is so late, this is past Gus's dinner time. And Randy's like, I just got Netflix, Stranger Things. Randy.
Oh, man.
Started season 1. Enjoy. It's essentially an 80s throwback show, but with like mystery and science fiction and kind of horror all kind of mixed in. A lovable cast of characters, a decently written script and plot points, but a big dose of nostalgia.
We apparently did talk about our fridge on the show. We got back from Western States and had found out that our freezer and our fridge stopped working at some point. Guess we did talk about it on the show.
Yeah, so we came home to basically our
food that we had to throw out.
Yeah, our food was done. It's gone. And Josh is saying I was going to watch, but then Ginger interrupted. So sorry. This is better than Stranger Things right now. Am I right? Come on. Let's more things to talk about. Let's do a giveaway.
Let's do one of these.
Okay. So we've got 3 trivia questions.
We're going to have stuff to give away every single month. Probably like 2 to 4 items we'll give away every month, I think, as long as we can.
Yeah, and they're great items.
And if you won last month, we're just gonna say just try not to win this month.
Yeah, if you won last month, try not to win this month.
You can be back in it next month.
Let's say, and this is just going forward, kind of a general rule. If you win the month before, just wait a month. Every other month is cool, just because we want people to have the opportunity to win. So this is basically everyone's going to get some Squirrels Nut Butter. Chris and the Squirrels Nut Butter team were amazing. We have surplus from Tiger Claw, so you're going to get a bunch of like Tiger Claw Squirrels Nut Butter samples, and you can please give those to friends, give those to family members, share the love. You'll get a handful of those with your prizes, in addition to the first prize.
This guy here,
Giant Nathan
which is a
plastic
super
bottle.
shot, which is the 1.5 liter. So we're gonna put a bunch of Squirrels Nut Butter in it and a head wrap also.
The question, here's what we do. We ask the question. The first correct answer in the chat room that we see on our end here wins the prize. So
we understand that some people have delay. Yes.
You'll get it on the next one. So here's the question. What place female was Caitlin Gerbin at Western States 2019? What place female was Caitlin Gerbin at Western States 2019? Waiting for that answer. I don't know why Pee Wee Herman was the song I was singing. I guess
what if people that won last month are the only ones that know?
Oh man, we might have to make an exception. Oh, I see it.
Yep.
Crispin Flower Day. Congratulations, Crispin. 6th is the correct answer. 6th place. Female was what Caitlin Gerbin was this year's. Am I sure?
A lot of people are saying 7.
Oh my god, I thought it was 6. Do I have to look this up? Oh my god, I'm so sorry, everyone. Is it? We have an answer for both. Was it 6 or was it 7? I can't. My keyboard is disconnected.
We should remember.
I wrote it down because I thought she was fighting for 5th. 6th.
6th.
Okay, Crispin. I was like, oh man, am I crazy?
Oh, everybody's saying 7th.
Crispin Flower Day, you are correct. So here's what we're going to do with these prices. Crispin, email us, thegingerrunner@gmail. Email me.
With your address.
With your address, and you don't need sizing info. We just need your address. We just need your
address.
shipping address, and we'll get this out to you. So Crispin, email thegingerrunner@gmail with your shipping address. Congratulations. We'll have 2 more questions, 2 more prizes to give away.
ATP sprint finish.
It was
crazy.
That was crazy. I got most of it on camera. I just couldn't keep up. I shit you not, that sprint finish. It was so fast that the only person that could keep up with Caitlin and Camellia was Ellie Gerben, Caitlin's husband.
He wasn't even right up there either.
No, he was holding on for dear life because his adrenaline, you could see that he was just like, Caitlin, go! And it was all he could do to just try to keep up and like push them further and faster. And then another friend, Brian, who's this incredibly fast dude, he set like the FKT on some route recently, was able to like catch them and try to run with them and couldn't keep up. Like they were moving. You'll see in the video. That's my best explanation for that.
Crispin goes, and for those complaining about delays, I'm in Mexico.
Oh, really? All right. So now comes, I'm going to turn the tables to you guys because we do have a question for you. So GRGR is right around the corner. Registration for this is going to open before the end of the month. Our goal is to open it like basically end of July so we can keep it open through a little bit of August, start shipping stuff towards the end of August and into September. So the run in October, everything goes swimmingly, correct? Do you have a preference on day of participation? So we're dealing with either October 6th. We talked about this a bit on Monday. October 6th or October 13th. These are both Sundays. October 13th is the Chicago Marathon. In years past, we've done GRGR on the day of the Chicago Marathon because we have a lot of people who want to participate that are running a race, running a marathon. We had a lot of people that year running the Chicago Marathon. I think it was 2 years ago. And they were like, hey, I'm running the Chicago Marathon on Sunday, the 7th of October. And we were going to put it on the 6th on a Saturday. And they were like, can you move it to the Chicago Marathon? Because I can't run 2 hours the day before a marathon. So we did. We moved it, and it actually worked out great. A lot of people had local races or other things that they were participating in. And so GRGR went off without a hitch. People could use the first 2 hours of their marathon and submit it. This year, we were hoping for that first weekend in October, but it's a week apart. So the Chicago Marathon's on the 13th. So should GRGR be on the 6th, which is that Sunday before, or should it be on the 13th, the Sunday after? So I'm posing this question to you. We're not going to decide during the show. We asked a little bit on Monday, but this is where we actually are asking Patreon members. In the comments of this Patreon post, so we see a couple people here, like Renee is saying the 13th, Lori is saying the 6th, Elena saying the 13th, Deb is saying the 6th. So we're getting a pretty split decision here. I imagine that many of you will say whichever you decide will still participate. That's kind of our hope. But Long Beach Marathon is on the 6th. So that brings up a good point. If we had it on the 13th, if you run the Long Beach Marathon on the 6th, you probably still run it on the 13th. But if we put it on the 6th and someone's running the marathon on the 13th, would they do that 2 hours the week before? Probably.
Maybe. I wouldn't.
But Kim wouldn't. So in the comments on the Patreon page, oh, you know what? Maybe, can I do that? Can I add a survey? That's what I'll do. So I'm posing the question now. Think about it. You're welcome to type in what you prefer here or in the comments on this Patreon post, but I will do a survey on Patreon in the coming week. I realize
that function?
I believe we do, but my keyboard is unplugged.
Sorry.
Do you have Patreon up right there? And if you just click post new, posts, new, polls. We do have the ability to do a poll. Enter poll option. Yeah, great.
Okay.
So that's what we'll do. We'll do a poll option, and this will be great. Yeah, this will be great. This will open this up to Patreon members. So we had talked about this in the years previous about having a. I think we basically decided here we're going to do pretty much the same thing that we've done in years previous, where we have a package option where you get all the cool goods and participation, and then a digital version only. I think we're going to leave it to those two options. So if you don't want all the swag, you can just get the digital online version, which allows you to participate, win prizes, and that sort of thing. And then we'll have the full smorgasbord, which will have the T-shirt, the patch, all the goodies, all the keepsake stuff. Yeah. So we'll have options for both there. We were toying with the idea of having like a registration price and then piecemeal what items you want. I think that logistically is more challenging. So I think we're going to have basically the same thing that we've done in years previous. I think it's easier for everyone involved. And I think the gear this year is going to be really, really great. We're working with Territory Run Company, who we worked with on Tiger Claw. And anyone here can vouch for the fact that all the stuff from Tiger Claw was great. The t-shirts were awesome. Yes, and I will probably be... I'm hoping to work with the same guy that designed the Tiger Claw logo to do GR's logo this year. If not, I have another logo that we'll be working with. But I'm just excited. I'm excited for GR. We're already talking about the next event, which is crazy.
It's always so fun. I like it.
I always have done a long effort on a Saturday and felt like I got screwed that it was a Sunday event the last 2 years. Oh, yeah, Deb, I see what you're saying. We were always putting GR on a Saturday, or that was the intention. And then because of Sunday races, a lot of people were like, I can't do a Saturday effort and a Sunday effort. So the reason we do a Sunday, we could even include these options in the polls, but the idea is that 2 hours is just the time limit. The effort level is up to you. So if your big effort is on a Saturday, you do 20 miles or something on a Saturday, and you're like, shoot, I've got 2 hours to do tomorrow. You could literally just do a 2-hour walk or something like that. If you want to get prizes of that like high caliber, you want to earn all the points and do all that sort of thing. Sometimes earn all the points. That's Gingermas, right?
That's Gingermas.
Whew. But if you want to try to do the most mileage or do all those sorts of things, then you probably just have to plan ahead and assume that Sunday or whatever day it is, that 2-hour effort will be a big effort.
Or if like you're getting for a prize and do something a little different, get creative, do the filmmaker or the inspiration. Or...
And Deb says ultras are typically Saturday events. I totally agree. I don't consider GR an ultra event
because it's only a 2-hour thing, and you'd have to take the first 2 hours of your activity.
Yeah. So because it is limited to 2 hours, we thought that exact process through of like, well, we all run ultras on Saturdays. All of our races tend to be on Saturdays, but because it's a 2-hour thing, it's not really an ultra. I think the most mileage people have gotten is around 18 miles. And that was like ridiculous. So, and people plan ahead for that sort of thing. If they try to go for the most mileage, they tend to plan ahead. People are already talking about Gingermas. One thing at a time. Will you consider doing a legacy patch this year? We've done legacy patches every year if you have registered since year 1. What's going on? Is he all right?
Yeah, he's fine. Gus.
Hey, bud.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got a little scratch in his eye.
Scratch.
Or an itch. Itch.
There you go.
Are you signed up for that survey on Facebook Patreon page? No, Randy, on Patreon.
It's not up yet, but we will put it up.
Yeah, sorry, Randy, it's not up yet. We'll put it up on Patreon. On patreon.com/the Ginger.
Yeah, Crispin says, didn't Mako get 21 or something stupid? Yeah, we were in the 20s.
Yes,
20s last
that's
year.
right, because Mako actually ran the Long Beach Marathon.
Yes.
And won. And he ran the whole thing in like 20 or 2 hours and 30 minutes or something like that. Got first place, and he's like, hey, can I just use the first 2 hours? And I was like, yeah, how many miles? He goes, 21. I was like, what? Oh, unbelievable. Yeah, Josh says most miles was probably Mako last year. That is correct. Dude in second last year got 20. Oh, that's right. And yeah, Crispin had 19.4. The mileages were super close, first through third last year. I remember that.
Yeah.
Should we do the next prize?
We should do the next
Let's
prize.
do the next prize.
And this is a reminder, you guys, I think I said it last time too. If you win a prize and you get it and you're like, oh, this isn't really for me, don't sell it. Just pass it on to somebody that can use it, like a friend, family, or donate it or something.
Pass on the love. Share it. Share it. Share it. Share it. Yeah, because we don't want, we don't want to see this stuff up on eBay or Amazon or anything like that.
So the next prize is another Nathan prize. It is a 1.5 liter compatible 7 liter storage Fireball race vest.
Yeah.
It comes with 2 little bottles as well. That scared me.
And we'll throw in some squirrel's nut butter as well. It is unisex, technically unisex. I believe this is the same one that Rob gave out at his camp, or did Rob the Roaches give these out at their camp? I saw a picture. These were given out at a recent trail camp. Regardless, works for men or women depending on what color preferences you have, obviously, and
it's a one size.
One size.
So.
All right, here's the question. Same process as last time. Get your fingers ready on those keyboards. First correct answer wins. What size shoe do I wear? What size shoe do I wear? What size shoe do I wear?
Randy, I don't think it's girls' colors. I think colors are for everybody.
Yeah, Randy, colors are for everyone. What size shoe do I wear?
Can I guess? I'm
size
guessing.
Shoe. I realize this is also giving me some really
I need that. That's what I need on the show.
What size? Oh, Lori Hall with the correct answer. Millie Bobby Brown. Lori Hall, correct.
Lori also guessed 9. That's my shoe.
Did she just keep guessing? Yeah. The correct answer is 11 from Lori Hall. I mention it in almost every shoe review. Many of you probably knew this in the back of your mind.
Millie Bobby Brown.
What did I say?
No.
Millie Bobby Brown is the size of my foot. About that big. Lori Hall with the size 11. That is the correct answer. So, Lori, congratulations. You get this pack, and we'll throw in a bunch of squirrel's nut butter for you as well. Yay! A lot of people with the correct answer, though. And I will say that sometimes the shoes are 10 and a halves, and sometimes 11 and a half.
But your technical shoe size is 11.
But I'm really surprised that no one guessed 15 or 16. Like, let's be honest.
I'm surprised nobody guessed like an 8. You're so small.
So, Millie Bobby Brown.
True.
So tiny. What did A2B2 say? They're saying, lol, A2B2. Yeah, Millie Bobby Brown. That's so funny. Does your size vary by brand? Rarely. Very, very rarely. I will always get a size 11, and if I'll have to change from there sometimes, but rarely. And I will always mention that in a review that, hey, I'm a size 11, but I had to size down or size up. So I always say that I'm a size 11. I am surprised that no one did the European metric of that, which I actually don't even know what that number would be. Congrats, girl. I just started guessing before I heard the question. That is the correct way to do it. If you want to win, just start guessing. Anyone want to take some guesses on what the answer is to the third and final trivia question?
What if somebody guesses it?
I will give them the prize. I will hand deliver them the prize.
Lori says, Chuck went to bed. He's going to be so excited. Go wake him up.
Chuck, Millie Bobby Brown. So what else? Oh, t-shirts. I had promised Ginger Runner t-shirts, just like general sort of branded fun summer t-shirts for the Ginger Runner community. Not the kit that we're designing separately with Territory Run Company that will be Patreon exclusive later this summer, early fall, but t-shirts. So I have a couple designs right after the show. I'm working the rest of the night trying to come up with a couple more. I'm going to give you guys options to like vote, another sort of poll to see which design.
I'm just reading the answers.
I forget that the chat's about 30 seconds delayed from when we ask something. So I'm seeing all these guesses now pop into the chat room of like, B, 42, chocolate, Gus, Roses, 140920. It's so good. Amber was at my 100K time. Pretty smart poll there. But none of them are the correct answer, and I'm gonna end the correct answers there, or end the ask. Wait until we get to the trivia question. Squamish 50/50, and she's signing up next week. Ethan, do you wear Topo shoes since your review a few years back? Yes, that is going to be this week's review. Actually, is a pair of Topos, the Mountain Racer, and I'm going to mention
a lot.
I've been wearing them a lot. I'm going to mention the MT3s and the Phantom 5s.
I like that Amber's answer is being held for review, considering my fear of birds. It's like YouTube knows me. It's like, we can't show this to her.
Oh, I don't think that can the chat. No, the chat room wouldn't be able to see that.
I'll release the comment.
So Amber's comment, Hitchcock the birds, was held for review, and I feel like that's because YouTube knows that there's a
Gussie.
Birds are not favored in this house. You okay, bud? He's
doing his own thing.
He's stuck. Nope. He got through. He figured it out. All right.
T-shirts.
T-shirts. So yes, also coming in the next couple of weeks will be at least 3 T-shirt designs for you to choose from. You will all get first dibs, obviously, but these will also be through Territory Run Company. And I've just been really wanting, like, I love wearing like Issaquah Alps T-shirt, right? But this isn't Ginger Runner. I want to wear a Ginger Runner shirt when I do reviews and when I'm doing live shows and all that sort of stuff. And Kim wants to wear one, and I thought it would be really cool to do regular T-shirts that we can all sport, that we can all rock at any given time. They're super cool, comfortable, casual shirts.
Right under your.
Yeah, it's okay. Shall we do the last one?
Were you gonna? Is there T-shirts to show?
I had one design pretty much polished, but
if it's not ready, don't show it.
That one might be ready, but I want to save it for at least 2 more versions. The old Tiger Claw logo ideas that I threw together, that looks terrible. No, that doesn't get shown. I mean, I don't think I could even figure out how to show that anyways.
Don't show that to anyone.
Let's see. I can go to studio mode.
Rebecca says, what are we missing, Gus? Gus was stuck behind the curtains and the tripod in the corner of the...
Yeah. Can you capture music making? No, never mind. Screw it. Sorry, I can't figure out how to show. Kim, in the back of my Photoshop, in the background there's these logos that I threw together terribly for Tiger Claw early on, like literally pulled Tiger vector art and tried to piece them together, and they're garbage. It's not even worth pointing out. So great, Kim. Now people are like, I want to see it. I want to see it. No one wants to see it. Maybe we'll do a live stream someday where we just go through old crappy stuff. Yeah, Josh, the dovetail shirt, I still have mine. I wore it just the other day. I think it'd be really fun to do some sort of callback to that too. Dovetail shirts, branding them better. So it's like Dovetail from the Ginger Runner and stuff like that.
A2B2 said what was on my mind.
Ed Hardy, yeah, because I think I talked about that.
Probably.
My worry with early Tiger Claw designs was that the tiger would look too Ed Hardy-ish. And that was the problem with every single vector art that I would try to find and manipulate, was that it would just end up looking like a gross Ed Hardy tattoo. Like, I don't want Tiger Claw to scream Ed Hardy or like bedazzled t-shirts or, that sort of stuff. All right. Shall we?
Yes.
The final giveaway is for another Nathan bottle.
With squirrels.
Squirrels, nut butter.
Wrap.
And a wrap. So this is a good one. First correct answer wins the prize. What year was the very first GR? What year was the very first GR?
I feel like you're so proud of yourself.
Well, yeah, and then I realized, look for the answers, wait 30 seconds, and then look for the answers, and then they'll all come screaming in. I think everyone will get this one probably right off the bat.
I don't know.
No, we'll see. We shall see who is more awake than I.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Randy says, I had asked Jamie about his Ram logo. Looks like, you mean Jamil? Looks like the Dodge Ram logo. Oh, I see it. Heather Reed is what I see. Do you have the same
I thought
one?
it was Deb Hamberlin's 1926.
1926.
Maybe there was something named GRGR.
Hold on. No, maybe. I should have clarified Ginger Runner Global Run. I don't know what 1926 is, but I think we all knew the reference was the Ginger Runner Global Run. Heather Reed has the correct answer because technically
it was a trick question.
It was GRVR in 2016 and 17, and then GRGR in 2018. So Heather Reed had the correct technical answer. It was a trick question. Had to have the keen ears turned on. But Elena close with the 2016. 2017 was my favorite logo that we've ever had. 2016 was the technical first year of GRVR, and 2018 was the first GR. Oh my god. Oh geez, you meant the race? 2014? Rebecca Patrick, yes. 2018 was GRGR, 2017 was GRVR, 2016 was also GRVR. A2B2, tricksters.
You were very proud of this question.
I am.
You walked in, you're like, I came up with the question.
I came up with the trick question. So congratulations, Heather Reed. Again, to our winners, Lori, Heather, and who was the first? Crispin. Email thegingerrunner@gmail.com and just give us your shipping address. That's all you need to do.
Yep.
And we will ship them to you as soon as humanly possible. He's tricky, says Josh Powell. I am. You sly dog, you.
Heather says, I teach high school. I know trick questions.
I love it. So we hope to do that every live stream now for the Patreon live streams, the GR Crew Lives every month. We'll do giveaways.
Yeah, we've had some companies like Nathan, obviously, have given a lot of their stuff away. They have shipped us stuff and just said, yeah, just use it. Use it for your Patreon supporters however you can.
Same with Squirrels. Like Chris and the whole team at Squirrels they're huge supporters of what we do, and we love their product. We stand by that stuff wholeheartedly. That white box that was in the background that sort of fell during the show that has a lot of Tiger Claw squirrels. So we'll be giving you guys a lot of those squirrel packets that the winners. Please share them. Use them all yourself. Give them to a loved one. Use them all yourself.
Hey, loved one, here's some lubricant.
Here's some lubricant. What are the stickers? A2B2, help remind me.
Oh, we just put one on our cooler.
Yeah, the hashtag is like, A2B. Show me your lube or something like that. I
don't think it's show me your lube.
Lube me up?
I don't
before
think
you
it's
go? No?
No. A2B2 will definitely be
Yes, A2B2 will know right off the top of their head. No doubt. One of these days I'm going to get one. Yes, one of these days.
Yeah, and I also think that we have like a small enough amount of people that come to these that everybody will get spread the lube.
Spread the lube. What did I say?
Show me your lube. now you're embarrassed for yourself?
No, I'm just like, they're both equally inappropriately great. Spread the lube and show me your lube.
That's very different.
Spread the lube infers an action. Show me your lube is more like, here, it's squirrel's nut butter. That's gonna wrap up this month's GR Crew Live. I think we covered a bit of everything tonight. We got some good trivia giveaways. Again, we'll do those every month. We appreciate you and your support at this level or above. It is because of you guys that we're able to do fun stuff like this each month. We apologize, we're a little bit sleepy today. It's been a day, but we also haven't eaten.
Yeah, and my stomach was growling during our entire run, and that was hours ago.
We had breakfast at like 10.
Anyways, it's not their problem.
Not their problem. You guys are just amazing humans for the support. So thank you. Thank you. You're wonderful members of this community, and the community is just continuing to lift this up, and it's wonderful. So thank you so much. Show me your boobs. It's so good. That is from Tiger Claw. Go ahead, babe.
Yeah, in the future months, we will have more Nathan stuff to give away. Bottles, probably some headlamps.
Yeah, we've got a box of Nathan stuff. We got some Arc'teryx stuff. We got some rabbit stuff. And we'll be getting more. We'll be getting more stuff for sure. Yeah, no doubt. Thank you, everybody. We hope you have a fantastic rest of your July. If we don't see you live streaming, I might do a music live stream or something like that, or maybe some art creation live stream this month. We haven't really done a call to action to get more members onto the Patreon side of things, but if you ever feel the desire to ask friends to come join the community, please do. Never hurts to throw in more members to the community. But we just appreciate you all so much. So we'll see you for the next GR Crew Live in August. I can't believe we're talking about August.
Crazy.
It's almost Christmas. And I can't wait to share some of these video projects with you.
And keep your eyes open for the poll on Patreon for the
date of GRGR and t-shirt designs.
Right. And I'll probably cross-post to the Facebook group pointing you guys in the direction of Patreon. Yes,
Amber put it much simpler, and Randy put it much simpler. We'll see you on Monday. Of course, we'll see you on Monday. We do our GR Crew post show, after show. Wow, Monday is gonna be great because we'll have slept by then. Please.
Maybe.
A lot of work. Thank you, everybody.
Okay, thank you guys.
All right, we'll talk soon.
Bye.
Bye.